Harold Daggett, and talk about one last statement he gives. That statement I gave you in the beginning was the end of it, but I want to give you his full statement here.
But today's world, it's changing into the future. They're not making millions no more. They're making billions. And they're spending it fast as they make it. I want a piece of that for my men. Because when they made their most money was during COVID. When my men had to go to work on those piers every single day. When everybody stayed home and went to work. Not my men. They died out there with the virus. We all got sick with the virus. We kept them going. From Canada to Maine to Texas, Great Lakes, Puerto Rico, now the Bahamas, everybody went to work during COVID. Nobody stayed home. Well, I want to be compensated for that. I'm not asking for the world. They know what I want. They know what I want. And if they don't, no, then I have to go into the street and we have to fight for what we rightfully deserve. These people today don't know what a strike is.
Right.
When my men hit the streets, from Maine to Texas, every single port will lock down. You know what's going to happen? I'll tell you. First week, be all over the news every night, boom, boom. Second week, guys who sell cars can't sell cars because the cars ain't coming in off the ships. They get laid off. Third week, malls start closing down. They can't get the goods from China. They can't sell clothes. They can't do this. Everything in the United States comes on a ship. They go out of business. Construction workers get laid off because the materials aren't coming in. The steel's not coming in. The lumber's not coming in. They lose their job. Everybody's hating the longshoremen now because now they realize how important our jobs are. Now I have the president screaming at me, I'm putting a Taft Hartley on you. Go ahead. Taft Hartley means I have to go back to work for 90 days. That's a cooling off period. Do you think when I go back for 90 days, those men are going to go to work on that pier? It's going to cost the companies money to pay their salaries. Well, they went from 30 moves an hour maybe to 8. They're going to be like this. Who's going to win here in the long run? You're better off sitting down and let's get a contract and let's move on with this world. And in today's world, I'll cripple you. I will cripple you, and you have no idea what that means. Nobody does.
Okay.
Shalom Akim. All praises and glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Sai, Bahashem, Harakar Kadas. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who rule well. And peace and safety, and peace and salutation to all you Akim across the four corners of the globe preaching this gospel in truth and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. All right, you just seen him, you just heard him. This guy right here on the screen, I think his name is Harold Duggan. All right, and he's basically the leader of the IOA, the people who are dealing with the port strike. And he's saying that, hey, when COVID happened, they worked. They some of them died, and they kept working. And all of these merchants, all right, they made billions off of it, and he wants some of the money now. So that's what the strike is about. They're trying to fight for 70% income increase, all right, for the duration of their contract. And they're trying to prevent AI from replacing them and taking over their jobs. All right. So we know this is coming from the elites. We know this is just a ploy to usher in this new beast system. All right. The central bank digital system. All right. Digital currency. All right. Into that charagma. All right, where they're gonna put a charagma in each and every person, all right, and be able to track them and play guard and stop their money or stop their access from planes and stuff like that, all right. But if you take that, you're gonna be utterly destroyed. So they're going back and forth, and they're not making any advances. So on Tuesday, October the 1st, which is also the presidential debate, they're going to be on strike. And this is going to cause a lot of problems for Babylon. All right. It's definitely going to cause famine. And as you can see, nobody's getting along in Babylon. All right. Matthew 12 and 25. And Yahweh knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. So if you're divided, hey, you're going to go down. You're going to be destroyed. You're not going to survive. Okay, it's brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And when you look into America and these families, they're totally divided. I see it in my everyday living. You know, I see people come in my job. I talk to my family. I talk to certain people in the world, and all of them divided within their families. All right, so this whole kingdom is divided politically. They're not seeing Republicans not seeing eye to eye with Democrats. Men and women are not getting along anymore. Okay, they're going on strike because they don't feel like they're being paid enough. All right, so that's division, man. All right, that's a tell sign that America is about to go down. Verse 26, and if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? All right, because they were trying to call Yahweh, basically a demon. All right, but if a demon cast out a demon, then they're divided against themselves. So how can they really stand? All right, and this kingdom, America, is divided within themselves at every corner. All right. Whether it's political, whether it's men and women, whether it's as simple as whether it's this strike right here. All right, they're divided. All right, so that's a tell sign that they're about to go down, man. And all of these merchants that are making all of this money off of Babylon, hey, you about to go down right along with this ship, man. All right, America's the new Titanic, and it's going down. All right, America is the new Titanic and it's going down. That's what I'm gonna name this lesson. All right, because you're not gonna survive when this place is destroyed to all of these merchants. So let me get the scripture. All right, Revelation 18 and 12. The merchandise of gold and silver. Okay, let me read from 10. Revelation 18 and 10. Standing afar off for the fear of the torment, saying, at last, that great city. What city is that? That's talking about America. Babylon, the land of confusion, where everybody's divided. That mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. Right? 1 hour, this place is going to be destroyed by 200 nuclear missiles. Okay, thus says the Lord. Verse 11, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. So they're not going to be weeping because they love this whore, America. They're going to be weeping because they love the money that they're making off this whore. They're in bed with this whore. All right, America is that great whore, man, that's in bed with all of these different nations. All right, selling to them, buying from them, okay, making them rich. And the merchants are gonna be crying. That's how you know they're all about money, man. They don't believe in the Lord, okay? And these other nations, all right, can't believe in the Lord because they weren't given the law. All right. So these merchants are gonna be crying because they're not gonna be able to make no money, man. And this guy right here, his name is Harold. He's telling you, hey, look, we about to shut this motherfucker down. All right. America is the new Titanic and it's going down. All right. And it says, so these merchants are going to be crying, man. All these people that do trade and commerce over here with America, they're about to lose and go down. The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and all thine wood and all manner of vessels of ivory. See, this is all of the different commodities that America buys from these other nations. And all manner of vessels of most precious wood and of brass, and of iron, and of marble, and of cinnamon, and of odors, and of ointments, and of frankincense, and wine, and oil, and fine flour, and wheat, and breast, and beast, and sheep, and horses, and chariots. All right, chariots going into these cars and stuff. All right, you get horses, you get all type of herbs, you get all type of ointment. All right, all type of vegetables, produce. All right, poultry. All of this stuff comes from off of those boats. So he's right. If they stop these ports, which they are going to stop these ports in the name of Yahweh Baal Hashem Yahweh Sai, all right, you people are fucked. And horses and chariots and slaves and souls of men. So that trafficking is still going on. Slavery is still going on. Employment means to be a slave. All right. You're a slave in America. You got a social security. You got a birth certificate. You're a slave. You belong to the elites. All right. You are not free. You have the illusion of freedom, but you're still a slave. So America, all of this stuff comes from those boats. Comes from those containers, man, those shipments of goods. These are the goods. Even slaves, souls of men. All right? So, if this happens, all of this stops, man. And he's right. People are going to lose their jobs. You heard him talking about the cars ain't going to come, so you ain't going to be able to sell cars. All right? The food ain't going to come, so the prices on food are going to go higher. All right, because there's less food and there's more in demand, so they can charge $100 for some bread now, and that goes into hyperinflation. You see? Let me get that for you. Revelations chapter 6, and let's just go to 5. Okay. Revelation 6 and 5. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, come and see. And I behold, and lo, a black horse. All right. And that horse goes into power, man. And he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. And that balance goes to yoke, meaning slavery and judgment, man. All right. Slavery and judgment, man. Okay, and there's going to be a lot of judgment in these up and coming days, man. All right, there's going to be mass casualties everywhere. There's going to be a lot of debt, man. All right, that black horse. All right, slavery. Okay, judgment. Verse 6. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts saying, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. All right. And the oil and the wine of this truth, this wisdom and knowledge, man. The elect. Okay. A measure of wheat for a penny and 3 measures of barley for a penny. All right. That goes into hyperinflation, meaning you're going to pay more money for the products than higher prices for the same products you bought a year ago. Okay, so if a year ago bread was $5, and this year the bread might be $20. The next day it might be $30. All right, because it fluctuates. Okay, so he's basically saying that, hey, you guys don't want to pay us. If you don't pay us our money, we're gonna stop all your shipments, and you ain't gonna be able to do nothing. A lot of people are gonna lose their jobs. A lot of people are gonna be out of business. And hey, good riddance, man. All right, and everybody's gonna have to pay more for all of these different products. All right, because guess what? They're not gonna have enough, because they're not gonna be getting off of the ports. Everything's gonna be locked down. You're gonna have to come through Canada or come through Mexico port. All right, to get it in this bitch, because the the East Coast is gonna be totally locked down. All right, and it's gonna spread to the West Coast. Okay, it talks about the West Coast going on a strike. All right, so hey, This is beautiful times we living in. Ecclesiastes 12:3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few. The grinders go into work. And why are they few? Because there's less jobs. And if this man is telling you, hey, if y'all don't give us our 80%, which that's a ridiculous number, but that's what they want. Because guess what? They want this chaos to ensue. So they can bring the solution, which is the mark of the beast, MOT to the beat. The charagma. All right, the new world order. All right, their new financial system. All right, the CBDC, central bank digital currency. Okay, so it says, and the strong men shall bow themselves. All these rich people, hey, they coming out, they losing their fucking wealth. And the grinders cease because there are few with no jobs. And those that look out the window be darkened. Why? Because the future is grim. You don't have no jobs. Hey, they're still striking at the port. It's 2 months into it. All right, one day you losing, like 1 week they say you're losing up to like $4 to $7 billion. All right, and each day pushes America back 7 days. So if you miss one day, that means you in the hole for 7 days. All right, so people gonna be starving out here. People gonna go hungry. These jobs are closing. There ain't no work. Ain't gonna be no food after a while. All right. Okay. Isaiah 19 and verse 15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt which the head or tail, branch or rust may do. All right, he's letting you know. Ain't gonna be no fucking work. We're gonna put this place on lockdown. All right, and it's our job as a men of the Lord to warn you, because we try to get the blood off of our hands. If we don't warn the Israelites and the people what's going on, then your blood is gonna be on our hands, man. And we don't want to we don't want to be in a bad position with Yahweh Shem outside. We want to be on his good side. You know, that's not nobody you want to have an encounter with. All right, and he's angry at you. All right, yet you Edomites, when he come back, he going to be very angry at you. That's why he going to have blood on his garment. All right, for all of the mass killing that Yahweh is going to do. All right, he's going to be like a madman going, wow. All right, killing you people in righteousness. Ezekiel 33 and 1. Again, the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, talking about the Israelites, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him and set him for their watchman, if when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he bloweth the trumpet. And blowing the trumpet is what the hopeful elect doing, starting with the men of GMS, starting with Elder Apostle Tahar on down. All right? Blowing the trump, all right? Saying it aloud, you know, going to the highways and byways and warning the people of the impending doom, of the calamities, of the destructions, of the intercontinental ballistic missiles. You know, warning the people. We're blowing the trumpet, all right? And you should be moved by this. You should be scared by this. You should be in fear. You should have questions about what I need to do to get myself right. And warn the people, all right? We're telling you, hey, imminent destruction is coming to America, all right? Life as you know it is about to change. Verse 4. Then whosoever hear the sound of the trumpet and take it not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. Okay, because we get the prophets of the Lord are on the highways giving you warning, and if you don't take heed, then hey, the Lord is gonna get you, sucker. All right, the Lord is gonna dismantle you. The Lord is gonna ruin your life. He's gonna put you in the hellish condition, bad conditions. All right, and no lights, no water. Pestilence and disease all around. People don't have no food. People invading each other's houses. Sedition, riots. Okay, rebellion against the government. All of this stuff is going to be going on, and this is the stuff that we're blowing the trumpet on. He heard the voice of the trumpet and took not warning. His blood shall be upon him, but he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. Man. So if you don't take warning, hey, you're gonna be, you're gonna die, and your blood gonna be on your hand. But if you do, then you're gonna deliver your soul. All right, you're gonna get receive salvation. Verse 6. But if the watchman see the sword come and blow not the trumpet. All right, meaning you're not giving the people warning. You see all this shit going on with Iran and uh Israel and Hezbollah, Israel and Hamas. Okay, you see all this wars going on. China and Taiwan. Okay, U.S. and Russia, U.S. and China. You see all of this stuff going on. You're not warning the people. The UN just put a pack for the future out. It's going to lead into the radio frequency identification chip, RFID chip, Charagma. You're not warning the people. All you fake prophets not telling the people about the Charagma. Y'all in trouble, man. If the sword come and take any persons from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity. But his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. So if you're not giving the people 100% truth, hey, you're a false prophet and you're going to lead them astray and they're not going to get salvation. All right? All right. He going to die and you're going to die for not telling them the truth, not warning them. All right, if you not warning the people, and if you telling them half truths, all right, telling them lies, all of these fake Christian pastors, all of these fake Hebrew Israelites that are not telling the 100% truth about what's coming, telling them that you could be in a celebration right now, all right, you can make something in this world, you can be somebody. All of those people are going to get death, man, by Yahweh Shim side. Let me give you a precept. One precept comes to mind. I think it's in Isaiah 13. Let me check. Isaiah 13, somewhere around. And lo, I will punish the world for their arrogancy. No. Let's check Zephaniah. Bear with me one moment. Zephaniah 1 and 11. Let's try that. Maybe it's 12. All right. Zephaniah 1 and 12. And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles. Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. So anytime you see Israelites, that's Jerusalem, all right? And punish the men that are settled on their leads, meaning you're not doing your job. You're not warning the people that say in their heart, the Lord Yahweh will not do good. Neither will he do evil. Right. You saying that that the Lord ain't gonna do good or evil? All right, you could just chill and everything's gonna be good. All right, the Lord is gonna terrify you, man. The Lord is gonna get your ass for that. Verse 13, therefore their goods shall become booty. Yeah, you're gonna become a sparrow, man. They're gonna break in your house, ransack your house, take whatever goods they want, medical supplies, take your woman, take your children. Okay, ravish your women, ravish your children, take your food, take your guns, take medicine, and their houses a desolation, all right, destruction. They shall also build, but not inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards, but not drink the wine thereof. Okay, and the main point is the people that are not doing the job as a watchman are false prophets. Hey, you're gonna get yours. All right, and the Lord is gonna make sure you get yours. Okay, so let's go back. Isaiah 33. See if they got a little bit more. All right. So I think we were on 6. All right. So if you're not on your leaves, if you're not working and warning the people, hey, the Lord's going to get you, man. And the blood of those people that you misled or that you didn't tell are going to be on your hand. That you were misleading. All right. They're going to be on your hand. If you were being lazy and you wasn't doing the work, all of that is going to come back to you, man. So thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore thou shalt hear the word at my mouth and warn them from me. All right. And what's the word? Right. What's the word? All right. What are we warning the people of? Jeremiah 28:8. And it reads, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms. And we're telling you, America is going down. All you other nations are going down. All these kingdoms are going down. The Lord is coming back, and he's going to put the crown on and take all, and that symbolizes taking all you nations down of war and of evil and of pestilence. And that's what we prophesied. I prophesied to you people. War, evil, pestilence, sedition, famine, total devastation, okay, mass death. All right. So that's hey man, this place is going down. This place is going down, man. All right, and it's going down quickly. And the men of the Lord on the highways and byways letting you know. All right, I want to get to Revelation because I said something that the Lord was coming back to take you nations down. So I think it's Revelation 19 and 11. Bear with me. Okay, Revelation 19 and 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. All right, white represents purity. All right, white represents victory. Horse represents power. And he that sat upon him was called faithful and true. That's talking about Yahushua. All right, that's talking about the word of the Lord. And in the righteous, he do it judge and make war. So the Lord's coming to make war. He's hella angry. Verse 12, his eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head